Welcome back, YCN Sports Talk. Jeremy Stowe, Dave Collins, and Dave, we got some games that are coming up on YCN.
And on YCN and all over the Upper Valley as well. We'll start things off. The kickoff is Friday night at 7 o'clock. Vermont High School football playoffs. Middlebury will visit Hartford. YCN will air that game on Monday at 7:30 with Chris Garrett and Andrew Zerhide. Then on Saturday, a triple header of college football here on YCN. We start things off with an Ivy League matchup. Penn will visit Princeton at 12 noon. Charlotte at Southern Mississippi following that around 3:30. And then the nightcap is Marshall at Old Dominion around 7 o'clock here on YCN. Lebanon and Hanover, New Hampshire football playoffs. 3:30 for the kickoff. Lebanon up at Hanover. A rematch from earlier this evening when Hanover got Lebanon's number and really threw the Raiders for a loop. And then we have a new show debuting. It'll be Friday at 6:30 in the evening. It's YCN Sports Wrap with Andrew Zerhide. He'll go around and cap off what's happening in the high school sports scene around our area. Stevens boys soccer will be featured, Hillsborough Deering and Fall Mountain girls soccer, and also Sunapee girls soccer. That's Friday at 6:30, a new show, YCN Sports Wrap, right here on YCN, and you can find us at ycnnow.com.
Yes,
got it?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got a lot of programming coming up, so that's great. Keep it tuned in here every week. But let's go to the NFL. We talked about the NFC, go to the AFC. Tom Brady, does he have a shot at MVP? A lot of people saying, well, you know, if he plays 12 games, even if he goes 12-0, he's only 75% of the season. But with that being said, if his numbers are there, does he deserve it?
And if he goes deep into the playoffs? I have one simple answer. We take notes here on the show. Yes, with an exclamation point. If he can stay healthy, if the Patriots can go deep in the playoffs, Tom Brady's the man, as usual. Seems like we say that almost every other year.
And right now, if you look at his stats and you look at the numbers that he's putting up on a total season basis, he's only played, 4 games instead of 8, so he's way behind a lot of the people. But he's averaging 330 passing yards per game. He's got 12 touchdown passes in 4 games, 73% completion percentage. So if he can put that together for a full season, you got to think.
Spread the wealth around. Edelman, Gronkowski's. I mean, everybody's healthy around him.
Last week was the first week he had thrown a touchdown pass to a receiver. It had been all tight ends and running backs up to that point, but then he got a couple. Edelman, Chris Hogan got in on the fun.
I'd love to have a tight end for the Jets. We'll get to that in a bit.
All right, so a player who is no longer with the Patriots, just happening on Monday or Tuesday, the news was broken. Jamie Collins traded to the Cleveland Browns for a compensatory third-round pick.
Yep.
A lot of grumblings out of Patriots Nation initially, and then people kind of say, well, trust Bill and this and that.
And Bill we trust.
Right. Now, you're not a Patriots fan, obviously,
no.
And
I said,
you'd love to have Jamie Collins on the Jets.
Sure.
So.
I'm going to give you a list of players that Belichick has either released or sort of gotten rid of. Drew Bledsoe in 2002, Lawyer Malloy, Ty Law, Willie McGinnis, Deion Branch, Matt Castle, Mike Vrabel, Randy Moss, Aaron Hernandez, Vince Wilfork, Chandler Jones, all these big names, but it turns out it's okay.
They're fine.
Something is going on back there. Here's one thing I will say about Bill Belichick. As much as I do not like him, I want to read his memoirs in about 15 or 20 years. I want to know what went on in the Hernandez situation.
Right.
I want to know what he said to Drew Bledsoe before Bledsoe left town. But I think they'll be okay for right now. Even though they're weak at the linebacker position, he finds a way to bring somebody in or build somebody up and say, hey, listen, we got rid of this guy that's looking for a lot of money. It's now your turn, Joe Smith, whomever, to step up and be part of the Patriots family.
Right, and the biggest thing that you mentioned there is they are weak as in the depth. Mm-hmm. So an injury here or there could hurt them. But in the last couple of weeks, we've seen Jamie Collins on the field get, I don't want to say less and less playing time, but last week against Buffalo, he was out on some of the running snaps and some of the running plays.
He was taking plays off.
Right, he was freelancing and taking some plays off. So I think a lot of it contributed to that, plus the fact that, as you mentioned, they can't pay him at the end of the year. So they're not even going to worry about that. I think it's a fine move. And if this offense can't take them to the Super Bowl, then I don't think they are going to win it. They're not going to win it because of their defense. This is an offense that's built to outscore people. So if they lose one defensive player, it's not going to be the end of the world. We'll quickly go to the NFC. Giants off the bye, facing the Eagles. Where's Carson Wentz? He didn't have a bad game against the Cowboys, but does he bounce back?
I hope so.
Giants and Eagles are fighting for second place.
Yeah, because Dallas is 6-1 right now going into this weekend. Eagles have to hold on to the football. That's what I think. Yep. And I think there could be 2 teams coming out of the NFC East for a playoff berth. But this is going to be a huge game for the Giants and the Eagles.
And
both teams.
Sunday Night Football, you mentioned it, the Raiders and the Broncos. Raiders, they're looking pretty good. If they win this game, they're for real.
And they have a bye next week, and then their next 2 games are at home against Houston, who's in shambles, on Monday Night Football on the 21st, and then home against Carolina and Cam Newton on the 27th. Oakland, if they can win this game, they're in the driver's seat.
Yeah, I think Oakland is for real. David Carr looking really good in Oakland, the offensive line, putting it together.
Finally.
So, right, exactly. And that's where it starts. A good offensive line makes you look really good. So we'll take a break. We'll come back. We have our picks coming up, a Celtic legend retiring, and the Celtics in action tonight. You're watching YCN Sports Talk.